Caroline Batista is here, Senior Tax Analyst for H&R Block, and we are talking about how to keep the tax man off our back. This is some great advice for people who think, oh, really, this one slip for $20 that I made, I don't really need to put that in, do I? I think you probably do.
No.
Give us some advice.
Exactly, and missing income is the first mistake that you never want to make. So any slip that has a T, so T3, T5, T4, those are all income slips, and the CRA gets a copy of those slips, and then in the summertime, the matching department goes to work, right? And they make sure that you've claimed all that. The first time that you might miss something, right, you'll get a reassessment saying, you know, you missed this amount of money from a T3 and, you know, this is the tax you owe and the interest. But the second time, there's a big penalty for that.
Really?
Yes, and the penalty is actually 20% of the money that you did not claim. Ooh. Right? So let's say you missed $5,000 of some type of income. The penalty on that would be $1,000. So 10% federally, 10% provincially.
Wow.
So, and
significant penalty for just strike two.
Well, exactly, and people don't realize that. Inevitably, someone will say to me, I got that slip later, or I can't find that one, I'll put it in next year. No, 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 never. Always in the year it was earned.
Very good. What are the most commonly reviewed tax credits?
Some of the bigger things, so that are encompassing more, moving expenses, medical expenses, employment expenses.
Right.
So make sure you understand what you can claim and keep the receipts accurately, so that when the CRA asks to see them, you can produce them right away. And
we're keeping our receipts and our tax returns for how many years now?
I say for 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Okay, give us another one. Business expenses. You can write off everything, can't you?
Absolutely, just anything you want.
No.
No. And make sure you keep them realistic, right? Realistic. The CRA does actually have some numbers that they expect to see. Of course, we don't know what those are, right? But pretty much, I mean, if you say that you're using your personal vehicle 95% of the time for work, chances are you're going to be asked to produce a travel log and all of the receipts to go along with that.
Right, it's tight.
Yeah.
You got to be able to prove what you're doing, and you can't go, well, I'm just going to start a company. It's not incorporated, but it's a company. I do it on the side.
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely, because that would be called a hobby.
Right.
Which is what something might be called if you show business loss year after year after year. They expect to see a loss, startup costs, you have to get your sales going, but there needs to be a reasonable expectation of profit, right, over the years.
Absolutely. Now, when people do get the phone call or that piece of paper in the scary brown envelope that says, we're going to need to review your taxes, don't panic, right? You as long as you've been above board,
exactly.
You just need to provide them with the information.
Absolutely, and that's a great thing to bring up, because those letters sometimes have a time limit, so say 28 days, and they come in the summer. So if you get that letter in the summer and you've been on holiday, and now you've got 2 weeks to find your stuff, and then you're going to track down your dentist to get that receipt, it can be really stressful.
Right.
So have them when you file, put everything you file with in an envelope, seal it up, keep it for 7 years.
And if you pass with flying colors, the odds of them coming back your way?
Exactly. If they ask to do a random review and you've got everything together, chances are you'll drop off their radar. But if you're perceived as someone who's trying to cheat or claim things they can't, you'll be on their radar.
When in doubt, hit H&R Block, sit down with them as you do, and just say, I want it to be done right. And you can trust them. Thank you, Caroline. As always, great to have you here.